All right, the product section is a really important part of a WooCommerce store, and for the business owner, this is where you'll be spending most of the time editing and updating product information. You can see we've got the list of products, the SKUs, price, categories. Now, when you first use this, it could be there's lots and lots more columns. Little tip, which it applies to all the kind of column layouts in WordPress. This screen options button at the top here, you can untick certain things so that you reduce the number of items in the columns. And so you can actually remove some of these columns so that it's a bit easier to read and see what's on the page. Because like if you have the SEO plugins enabled, you'll get things like this. And that's all really good, but it can get a bit crowded. So, look, it's up to each person what columns they want to see, but generally, like, fewer is an easier thing to manage. So, anyway, so you've got your products here. You can do some bulk actions on things. So you can, tick 3 or 4 products, and you can do an edit, and you could do something like, set them all to out of stock or on sale. Add a category or something like that. You can filter products by certain categories as well. So if you want to see just the products that are in a certain category, you can filter that list, and that will give you a smaller set of products to work with than the whole big list. When you want to change a product, you can do a quick edit, so that will let you change things like price and the SKU, that sort of thing. Or you can click on the product name or on the edit button and go through and change the actual product information. So things like the long description, maybe you've got some PDFs to set. You can put whatever you like in the editing box. You can change price. You can what else would you want to do? Maybe set particular shipping rate for just this product. You could have some linked products, so some other products that are related to this one or go with this product. That's probably the main things that you would want to put on here. I mean, there's lots of different options, but whether you use them or not don't have to put everything in there. Product tags, so tags are like keywords that you could associate with the product. So you might have a product in a category called t-shirts, but a tag could be red t-shirts or blue t-shirts or t-shirts with prints or grunge or something like that. So you could see all the products that are in that other sort of category without actually making a category for that item. Okay, so that's a quick overview of the products page. Now you can add a product. You click on add product and you get a blank page of this. Now, the main things you want to put in will be the product name, so that's the first thing here. A description, so something that's a little bit of detail about the product. You need, probably if you're using brands, then you want to choose a brand. Categories, you definitely need to choose a category. Good idea to put some product tags in. The featured image, that's the first one that's like a thumbnail in the category listing, so a good idea to do that. You could have a product gallery if you wanted to, and you can embed pictures into the page here as well. Absolutely very important, obviously, is the price. If there's no price, well, people can't buy the product. And then your product customizations from there. The product options for virtual and downloadable are more if you were selling, like an ebook or a PDF or a photo or something. You could make it so it's not a thing that gets shipped. And so that would make some changes to the way the shopping cart behaves. The rest of this is pretty straightforward. So brands is really like a kind of category, and you can have descriptions and names and icons. To make a new brand, you type in the name. If it's a sort of sub-brand, you could choose a parent description and put in a thumbnail image, and you can edit them by click on it. That'll bring it up to the edit screen. Categories, pretty self-explanatory. Works just like the brands, but you'll tend to have parent and child, category and then subcategory, parent and child, lists of things. So bottoms has got jumpsuits, leggings, pants, shorts, and so on. Because if you end up with 50 categories that are all just top level, then it gets maybe a little bit confusing to look at as a buyer anyway. So you want to try and group things a bit. And tags is a collection of the tags that are created for the products. And shipping classes. Okay, so let's say you might have products that are really heavy and products that are really light. So you can have a class of product for shipping that's heavy and a class of product that's light, and they'll have different shipping applied to them. So it's a kind of quick way of assigning shipping. And the attributes. The attributes are sometimes called things like options or features, and this is if you've got a product that has lots of variations of it, then you could use this to set, like, choosing that option out of the available ones rather than doing separate products. Now, if you just have a product with maybe 2 or 3 different variations, you might be better off just making them separate products. But if you have products which have lots of options, 10, 20 different variations, or maybe 2 kinds of variations, so like size and color, or speed and height, or whatever, then using the attributes is a much tidier way of doing it. But to me, the simple thing when you've got 2 options of a product, or maybe 3 or 4, is really just do a separate product, because then in the category you can see all the thumbnails, you can go to it, and people don't have to choose which category they're which attributes they want. They just pick the one that they're interested in. So it just depends a bit on how your products are set up. So that's really I hope that wasn't too brisk, but that's a basic overview of WooCommerce and how the different sections relate to each other. If you've got any questions, let me know.